Dude, why is my skin so dry lately?
It's so dry because you have a cold soul, Marcus.
I'll give you that.
Dreamers, we're doing a quick intro for Chris's episode.
Are we on?
We're doing it right now.
Oh, why do we have headphones on?
We don't need headphones. We're just spitballing, but we're using a professional equipment.
Oh, okay.
I can tell we're recording at a high level based on the sound wave thing. I don't know. Whatever scientific term.
The sound wave thing I'm looking at.
Yeah, the sound wave bumps. Whatever that does. But no, we're doing a quick intro because this is our boy Chris's first solo episode.
Dude, big debut, man. Big
Right?
debut.
Yeah, I
DOCWATSO 85.
Yeah.
Plugging him for himself.
Get to DOCWATSO on IG. But no, just wanted to say that part of the, this is episode, I think this is going to be episode 87 or 88. I should have checked before we recorded, but it's Sunday. It's early Sunday morning, and
It's in the 80s. It's close enough.
And Mark and I have been doing other things, but we wanted to sit down and do this. But yeah, so how you feel about Chris? The Planes for Chris.
I'm excited, man. I mean, I know he, we already talked a little bit about his area, his purview of movies, so it's going to kind of pull him a little bit more into not the mainstream, but a little bit more mainstream than what he's used to.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see his perspective, his take on things we've probably seen 40 or 50 times.
Right.
He's never seen.
Yeah, and how he gets out of his comfort zone with future movies and how he evolves. Maybe along the way he'll become a Marvel guy.
Well, stranger things have happened on the show.
Hey, side note, what's happening for us this Thursday?
Dude, epic world-ending shit.
We're ready for Infinity War.
I'm not ready yet. I'm still not ready. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about the fact that it's not even a calendar week away.
Yes. And we're definitely doing recording and stuff as soon as we're done with the movie.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, hands down.
We'll be lit up.
Yeah, we're gonna
with
leave
some vodka.
We're gonna leave lettuce life there.
So I guess we have a Thanos drink. Is it vodka?
Yeah, the purple. Yeah,
and purple
sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah,
dude,
the purple sugar-free Red Bull.
It's the
and
world-ending
vodka.
drink for the world-ending movie.
And it is a tough drink, dude. You know what? We drank 2 of those last time. We were pretty wired for a stretch because I was tired when even when you showed up.
Well,
I was getting it, but we drank one of those and.
We were up for a good 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah,
and then, dude, I hit that wall around I don't even know, was it midnight or 12:30 or
Yeah. So,
and then I
I'll tell you one thing. I so wanted to Scott you.
Yeah, night. I know. You did.
So wanted to.
Why do you think I didn't move on the couch?
I was like, I can't Scott him. Can't do it.
Was it just you? Was it your guest as well?
I was like, if it's no, I think it was my call. I'm pretty sure it was my call. But I wanted to, and anyone that needs to know what scotting
getting
is.
scotted is.
It's
not lawn care. It has nothing to do with lawn care.
It's sleeping on the couch while Peter fornicates in the bed. About 15 feet away. 15, 20 feet away.
A third of a wall of boxes to block your view.
Right.
No sound obstruction whatsoever.
No, it carries. But no. Look, shout out to Chris. Good luck to Chris.
Hells yeah.
Chris will be over today recording. I might spring it on him. Chris might record 2 solo episodes himself today. He's expecting to do it with me.
Big stuff popping.
Yeah. And so part of the future playing with Chris is I'll explain this to you real quick. Mark and I too are playing with vintage micro machines.
I know, they're all in front of me. I can't not want to play with them.
Isn't this Lamborghini, boss?
Dude, you got the silver one too.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Right here.
There, dude.
The matching silver one.
All about the red one though.
They were sold. I think they actually sold these in like a pack.
They were like 5 packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a deal too, right? Like if you were a kid getting these, like 5 of these.
Dude, I was so amped.
They could fit in your pocket, dude.
And dude, they were so cheap. I got so many of these for nothing because
just
they were
buckets
just cheap.
of these are out there. But yeah, so all for micro machines. So one of the things I always liked when I would say like the time where I collected comics, not read comics, where I was strictly a collector, which was in my I would say up through like high school. People don't realize it took me a long time to actually start reading the comics that I accumulated. Yeah, because I was strictly a collector and artist. So I just wanted like the best artwork and I wanted like a lot of it. So was some of these like issues when they would hit issue 25 and 50 and 75 and 100, like these like every 25 issues. And then sometimes like the centennial issues, so the 100s, the 200s, the 300s. Like right now, Action Comics is hitting issue 1000.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So usually, what would happen would be like these like magnifying issues would have a status quo change, meaning that like I always remember Silver Surfer 75, like ending almost like the Infinity Gauntlet like type run that it was on since issue like 34, 35. So from 34, 35 up until 75. Then 75 happens and they did like a huge status quo change for Silver Surfer. Okay. And so I figured like it would be so, kind of cool if we did that for Dream Warriors. Meaning that after episode 100 for Dream Warriors, we do a status quo change and becomes more. Chris gets more involved doing it himself, with me trickling in what I want to talk about, but Chris being like the movie focus thing.
He's the soul behind it, and there's like I'll pop in for one here or there. Yeah, you'll pop in for one,
and me doing like definitely staying active, being more regular, but also being able to focus on other things.
Yeah.
And
which you mentioned,
and focusing more on the anchor thread because Dream Warriors now has 2 threads on iTunes.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the anchor thread, or the anchor RSS feed, and the one that we create for all the whole episodes.
Yeah.
So a lot of what I'm using Anchor for is like we did a John Wick 2, which is 6-7 minute long, quick reviews, quick takes, which seems to be what's trending right now. Yeah. Okay,
which may change in the future. You never know.
But I wanted to take advantage of that, and and experiment with another platform to kind of just at least document and what I'm watching, how I'm feeling about what I'm watching, what my initial reactions are, and not solidifying that opinions can change within time. Yeah, a lot of the anchor is initial thoughts. So, but anyway, look, shout out to Chris. Good luck to Chris. A little bit of a long intro. As always,
mini episode / intro.
We almost did an anchor episode right here, but no, we're just going to jump to Chris right now. Might have a little bit of a music overlap, but we're going to jump into Chris, and then Chris is going to tell us to hit the music.
Please don't play the music. I'm still talking.
No. Over there at the drawing table. All right, people, welcome to Dreamcast. Oh, all right. Hey, everybody, welcome to Dream Warriors. This is your host today, Doc, Chris Watson. All right. Hey, everybody, welcome to Dream Warriors. I'm Chris. We got Pete over there on the drawing table.
Heyo.
There he is. He's with us in spirit today. I'm going to be doing this one on a solo. Ugh.
All right, keep going, dude. Just keep going.
Just keep going, right? Yeah. So we're doing a movie night fair. Damn it, I forgot about hit that music. Damn. All right. So, hey, I'm the Doc. This is Dream Warriors, and we're gonna get right into it. Let's hit that music. All right. We're doing a movie night fair today. It's a revenge-based action thriller by Julien Siri. It's a French film. Pretty cool, low budget flick. It was the money was raised through a combination of private investors and crowdfunding. It was close to a $700,000 movie. I thought it was an all right flick. I thought it was decent until the end. There's a twist at the end. Spoiler alert. The one character, one of the main gentlemen in this movie, I'll get into this story, the plot line real quick, and then we'll get on to what the twist is at the end and why I'm so disappointed with it. It's basically 2 Playboy, drug using dudes, part of the, French underground, you know what I mean? They have some shaky friends, and they skipped out on this cab fare, along with taunting the cabbie after running out on the fare. The cab ends up driving away. Police come and shake those guys down, and then the cab comes back for an intense chase. And throughout the movie, the meter ticks, keeps on ticking, and which adds to the dramatic effect. they end up going to seek some refuge with friends who actually end up, some criminal friends who end up getting killed when trying to attack the cabbie with a sword. Guy goes out in the parking lot. The cabbie's out there waiting for them as they all stare off the balcony at the guy. Dude goes down to take care of business, and little did he know he was going to meet the maker. The guy, didn't have a chance, and none of them did. So the cabbie goes in and just puts a whooping on all of them. Ends up killing most of them. The chase continues, still running. These guys. They eventually turn on each other, and when the cabbie has their female friend, because they, I think one of them wants to, go and go back and get her. The other one just wants to forget about it and move on. And as they, I'm sorry, people. Bear with me. This is my first solo run here, but. We're getting through it.
It's his first time.
It's my first time. This has never happened to me before, I swear.
I wasn't even wet.
It's done already. I'm already done.
I love you.
I love you, mommy. So anyhow, they disagree on going back for... They end up actually, the one dude reflects on them, they beat, which I kind of didn't really get why they reflected on it. I guess to kind of show that the characters were flawed, that they beat up on this guy, so that they did kind of deserve some sort of revenge. Because at first I thought, it's silly that this cabbie is going to just, take this long and go on a murderous rampage for a $150 cab ride. And... I can understand chasing somebody down, maybe trying to beat somebody, but to spend your entire night as the fare keeps going up and you're gonna, do this, I don't understand that. It seems like bogus motivation. You can't be that mad at less than $200 of a bill. I think at the end of the movie it was like $2 something, and. The fact that, okay, at the end, this is what I'll get into. The twist at the end was very corny. And I liked the rest of the movie because it was a good, chase, a good pace. I liked the underground, the seediness of it. But what I don't, and also, too, the choreography, the fight scenes, that's pretty cool. It's pretty gory. It's definitely... it's a good flick, well put together. But then at the end, instead of killing the guys that they've been going after, he takes one of them, basically takes one of them as a prisoner. And you think he's going to take him to go off and kill him, but ends up he locks him up and hands him, I guess, kind of sort of like a manifesto, like this notebook, journal of the cabbie. And he's in this little cell, locked in this little cell, reading it. And he ends up becoming a part of this legion of cabbies that which it kind of lost. To be honest with you, at that point when they tried to crowbar that in, it kind of lost me. It lost my attention. It lost my my interest. I thought it was silly. First of all, you have these cabbies. This guy. And supposedly there's not just one of them. You think that, it's kind of like he keeps growing, one turns into another. But he, it just doesn't seem to make sense to me that he would have to condition this guy in this little cell, to kind of brainwash him to become the cabbie. And then he goes and he lets him out and he's just that cabbie guy now, that he dresses the same, acts the same, and I don't quite understand where this vengeful cabbie character comes from. Why is this guy? I guess he's out there for justice, to beat on people that hurt the downtrodden. Because obviously these guys deserved to be chased and beaten on and killed. Being a part of the seedy underground, this French underground, and after beating up a homeless man or setting a homeless man ablaze. And which kind of which that's the thing too, is this movie, a lot of parts I liked about it. It reminded me a little bit of like a Clockwork Orange, where where they kind of, like I said, it's this seedy, they beat up on the homeless guy, just like in Clockwork, and it shows an insight to how brutal the characters are, how little regard they have for other people's lives and well-beings. Let me think here. Let's see. It got a decent reception from the critics. It's kind of mixed. Some people, British magazine Starburst rated it 8 out of 10 stars. I know there was a couple reviews that were a little bit less than extraordinary. Let's see. This one guy Gareth of Dread Central rated it 5 out of 5 stars, with saying it's the best film he saw that year. But I don't see it. I mean, I think it was just kind of a corny. There needed to be more substance there, more reason behind, behind the revenge, behind the anger towards these characters. And also, too, you don't really see until you're into it that these guys are, deserving of it, of this justice of a sorts. And so I didn't really, it was kind of hard to pinpoint where the movie was with like morality and stuff like that. And, I think that what I do think that's cool is that they did it on that tight of a budget. That's a pretty good, the fact that it was crowdfunded, and it's kind of interesting that, the different ways, that these movies are made nowadays. It's not just these big studios. You have the independent films able to, with the internet and stuff like that, really able to make take different strides in different directions, and really be able to, see projects through that wouldn't normally be able to get through them. It's let me see here. The cast I thought was pretty good. The actors, unknown to me. I don't really recognize any of the characters. The actors. Let's see. We got Jonathan Howard, Jonathan Dummager, Fanny Vallette, and the driver Jess Leuden. Which another thing too, what I did somewhat like. I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, people. But what I did sort of like is the fact that the cabbie character was a little bit mysterious, But I think, and that he didn't talk. But I think that they should have kind of gave you a better insight and a different insight to the cabbie himself, because I just didn't understand. That twist at the end was just a big turnoff. Like it just seemed like really forced. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being critical. But I personally, I wouldn't recommend the movie because of that. I mean, I would say, that's the thing, is I would say exactly what I'm saying to you people right now, that I watched it. I enjoyed it. Would I tell Pete to watch it? Yeah. I'm kind of curious to have his opinion of it. If he didn't already see it. Actually, Pete, did you see it?
I have not, no.
Okay, he hasn't seen it yet. So, maybe he'll have to...
Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's curious to see I'm curious to see your opinion of it.
So did everything come down to the hook for you?
Yeah.
It came down to the hook. So the hook didn't really do it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then maybe the other points that the movie was trying to make doesn't resonate because it doesn't seem there's a big enough payoff for the time investment.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. Yes. And this is...
no problem. Let me get back to drawing.
Absolutely. Get back to it. Yeah. So that was some insight from Pete from the drawing table. Let's see here now. From the drawing table. Well, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, people. Just to give you some insight to what we're doing today. We spent last night doing a little bit of Dream Warriors recording, stuff like that. We came in with a list of some movies, this being one of them that we were going to watch. And lo and behold, Pete told me last night, hey, you know what? I'm going to have you do a solo run on Dream Warriors, see how this turns out. So we're giving it a go. I was kind of concerned about, having a lack of content, lack of things to talk about, especially seeing that the hook didn't really get me, that this movie wasn't necessarily a home run for me. Because it's depressing when you watch most of a movie and a good chunk of the way through, you're like, they're never gonna be where I want them to be. But we reviewed a couple of other movies. Message from the King, which was another revenge-based movie. We're kind of going on a revenge tear. I watched Irreversible as well, which is another foreign flick. Speaking of, it's kind of a good point of reference for Night Fair. Irreversible, definitely a cool movie. There will be Dream Warrior episode coming up with that one, I'm sure. Yes, Pete says. Pete concurs. Awesome.
Hype that.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Irreversible, and I already got some notes. I'm gonna go home and even watch it again. I mean, it's a good movie. It's brutal. It's you got to be in a certain mindset to watch, but it's definitely a good movie, a good cinematic experience, and I'm gonna leave that one there. Leave that for the next episode.
Do it.
And people, if you have any request of movies you might like for us to watch and review, feel free to reach out. There's, we're on social media for a reason. You can reach out to us. I'm DOCWATSO on Instagram, AKAPAD13. You can follow Pete and everything that's going on with Dream Warriors and all the all the projects that he's got going on, and that we're going to be evolving through as the time goes on. Let's see here. We're at about 16 and a half minutes. Not bad so far. Let's see. I do have. It's I don't know. It's a little early to wrap it up. Let me see one thing here.
Talk about how you hate the Marvel movies.
Oh, yes. I can't stand Marvel. No, and it's funny.
I don't care about Infinity War. Hashtag don't care about Infinity War.
Hashtag don't care. Hashtag forget Infinity War. Hashtag no Marvel. What's funny though is that Pete mentions that I'm not a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I do like the Marvel television shows.
Oh, here you go.
Jessica Jones. Luke Cage is pretty good. I'm more into Jessica Jones. Daredevil I started watching a little bit of, and The Defenders I watched. I would recommend doing that. I would recommend going and watching these. They're available on Netflix, which is awesome. I do love Netflix. They're doing incredible things for movies, for TV shows. They're changing the industry. They're really, I think, preserving art. They're making a environment that is productive for original content and kind of not having to fit within the confines of certain I don't know. You know what I mean? It's into that cookie cutter type thing. But the Marvel TV shows, I really don't know. I don't know why it is that the movies don't capture me, but the television shows do. I'm gonna have to really go back and watch and maybe let you people know why it is, like what, maybe dissect more, get more into why it is that I don't like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't know. It's just, so I'm not that into it. It just does not capture me. And it's unfortunate because I really, it gives us a lot of content to talk about on Dream Warriors. It's I mean, Mark loves the movies. Pete loves Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm an outcast here. I am the lone wolf on this ride we're going down.
And Tropic Thunder.
Oh, and Tropic Thunder, yes, which is we did one on episode 80.
You don't like Tropic Thunder?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't like Tropic Thunder, but we did an episode, what was it, 80?
Might have been 82? No,
Crap.
83, 84.
Okay, 83, 84. But yeah, I was not into Tropic Thunder. Another one that they both were very into. I mean, they love the movie. I think they've even re-seen the movie quite a few times. So it just didn't do it for me. I've tried to watch it a couple times. I never got through it initially, and then within the past week or so, when I was over here and we did the episode on it and watched it, it just did not bring me in. It did not get me to where I wanted to go. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up. Keep tabs on my social media, Pete's social media. Like I said, DOCWATSO on Instagram, AKAPAD13 for Pete on Instagram. Look us on Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. It looks like I'm going to wrap it up here. It was nice spending this time with you.
30-second story, go.
All right, 30-second story. I'm going to tell you about the time that Pete left me at Drinkers and I had to run out on the bill. He told me that I was going to, that he was going to leave. I was like, well, no, we got to pay. We were waiting for the check. I see him go to leave, walks out the front door. I beeline it for that door and follow right after him and as we run down the street.
I forgot about that. That's good.
Yep. And see you later.
Explaining to one of my interns on Thursday.
Okay.
I had explained to him what a Nintendo GameCube was because he never heard of Metroid Prime, and I'm like, oh my god. He's like, how old are you,
Dude,
Pete?
Nintendo
And I'm like,
GameCube was only for like a hot second, man.
yeah.
Like,
And this dude does nothing. Like, he loves video games, and I'm like, for someone who loves video games, I'm like, you should be aware. Like,
at least that it was around. Like, maybe
yeah,
I've never played it. I get it, never
like you
played it,
shouldn't
but,
have
like,
to Google GameCube, and I'm like, yo,
Dude,
was
how old
crazy,
we get.
right? I'm just like, yo,
done,
no, it's recording right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you can do here, we'll just yeah, I'll edit it so like obviously, but you can spin this around, right? Sorry, and then we'll just push this back so you can have just a little bit more table space.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought maybe you would be at the Dream Warrior chair.
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to. I got to be in the command
Gotta
center.
be in the chair.
Got to be in the command center.
And you might need
Hello,
some
hello.
boy
Just, yeah, a little splash of coffee.
topping you
Give me
off.
the
Topping you off.
jitters, yeah.
Topping up. And now, don't spill a goddamn thing.
No.
Please don't.
No. Absolutely.
Okay.
Testing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going.
Nice.
There you go.
Perfect. All right.